Hey guys, Vick and Vick here and welcome to another review. Today we are reviewing the Odyssey S from Totally Wicked. They have a brand new website for their full Odyssey mod range, and it's called the odysseyrange.co.uk, and they have a special Odyssey e-liquid range as well. It comes in a box like this. Odyssey S, Totally Wicked. It is a 14500 mechanical that comes with its own Odyssey Air tank, and what we'll do is we'll really quickly go down low. I'll show you everything that comes in the kit because it's a massive kit. I'll show you the tank and I'll show you the mod, and then we'll come back up and give it a good talking about. So we'll see you in a second. Okay guys, so here is the Odyssey S from Totally Wicked up close, and it comes in amazing packaging. Don't know how well this will come across, but it's amazingly well presented indeed. And so this is the Odyssey S. You can see a picture of it there. So what do you get inside the box? You get a lot, guys. Not just a mech on its own, this one. You get your guarantee card. You get your serial number authenticity card. You get the actual device with the tank on and a coil head pre-installed, and we'll go over the device more in a second. Then delving below the top layer, you get more technical paperwork. Let's have a look, sort of general covery and battery usage and stuff. You get a manual, excellent manual, all really well done. You get two 14500 batteries. This is the Odyssey S, so it comes with these small batteries, and so you've always got one on the go, one to charge, one on the go, in a nice safe case as well. So that is that. Delving down a bit lower, you get a charger, and the charger looks like this. Very slinky charger indeed. You get your cables for it, and you get your charger there. You plug it in there. Sits flat, it's got feet, and basically this adjusts for your different battery sizes. Very nifty. Very nifty indeed. Totally Wicked on the bottom there. Your technical information of the charger there. Very good indeed. And you also get, put all that to one side, you also get your heads. Now you get one pre-installed 1.8 ohm heads. You get one installed and two in the pack, so this is going to keep you going for ages. There are the heads. Let's open them out if we can. Bear with. How do you get into these? Is there a trick? I know a trick. Scissors. Okay, so this is the head up close. Focusing now, there we go. Okay, so I don't know what's inside, but you can see the little wick hole there. And so it looks like cotton actually, but I thought it might be silica, but it actually looks like cotton. And these are unique heads to their tank system, which is the Odyssey Air tank. Okay, so pop that back, put all this to one side, and this is the mod. Okay, this is the mod. Very unique looking. It's got this trademark Odyssey tapered in section here before it goes out again, There is an entire Odyssey range, the odysseyrange.co.uk. This is the Odyssey S, but they also have a variable voltage version, they have an 18650 mechanical version, they have a pipe, all kinds of shenanigans on that site. So you'll be able to find the Odyssey mod that for you. Okay, so starting at the bottom, this is the button. You can see there, button in action. Quite a long throw, quite pressy. Little circles on the bottom, and to lock it, you just turn it a little bit. Very, very cool locking system, and that you can't press it now. Turn it again, and we're away. Really, really cool locking system. I really, really like that. I think there's too many mechanicals with really elaborate locking systems, or really non-elaborate mechanical, you know, locking rings, you know, one that you've got to spin around and round every time, or what have you. So, drilling down into the mode, what we'll do now is, I'll show you the 510. Now, it's got like a plinth and a normal 510 here. 16.5, I believe. So if you get something like a Fogger Mini, that's going to go flush as well, and that's going to look like that. So you can use other tanks like that. You can use the Typhoon GS, you can use K-Fun Mini. Be interesting to see what it's like actually. Well, with the 1 ohm coil you could do the Kanga Nano sub-tank, I guess, if you use the 1 ohm coil. Actually, I don't know, maybe 1.3 would be safer on a 14500, but yeah, so it does fit other atomizers is my point, and that is with the plinth on. Now if you turn this, you are left with an ego section, and if you do that, you can get my nearly 2-year-old totally wicked, what was it called, tornado tank? And look at that, you got that going on. Now that really reminds me of the screwdriver a bit actually, but like I say, things go flush, and the ego adapter, the ego threading section does work if you take the plinth off. I'm gotta have a vape on this off camera. Beautiful. Bear with me guys, talk amongst yourselves. Okay, so putting the plinth back on. And unscrewing this section will reveal the battery, and you can take the battery out like that. I've just got an eFest one in actually, but the Totally Wicked batteries claim to have more. So you can see there is this like a screw down the bottom. You shouldn't need to adjust anything. This is designed specifically for 14500, so nothing should need adjusting at all. The 510 pin adjusts to your atomizer, so nothing should need any problems there. Nothing should need any adjustments whatsoever. And the threading is excellent. I'll thread this back together. Silence and smoothness. Look at the speed that I can do that. How quickly it caught together. The tank a little bit closer. We've got this removable 510 drip tip. There we've got Odyssey written on. If you put the drip tip to one side, we'll stand the mod upside down. We'll talk about that back up top. And basically, if you want to refill it or anything like that, you turn it upside down, screw the cap off, fill it up in here, and there's your head in there. If you want to replace the head, you just turn that head out of this base. Really like the visual of the tank. I think it's a very pretty tank. It's a bit like I guess it's sort of half built around a, let me just pop this drip tip back on. Nice and tight drip tip, nice and snug. I guess the tank is sort of a bit Delta 1. I don't know if it started with a Delta 1 and then they Odyssey'd it. But yeah, it's got that sort of Delta feel. But very pretty in my opinion, very pretty tank in my opinion. So we'll put it back together, and we will take it up top. That is the Odyssey S up close. See you in a second. Okay guys, that was the Odyssey S up close. And first of all, you've got to say, what an amazing kit, what an amazing box package this is. You know, charger, batteries, manual, 3 atomizer heads, clearomizer, mod. The works in this kit, guys, the absolute works. Awesome kit, awesome value, awesome kit. This entire kit that I have showed you costs £80, which I think is a great value for the amount of stuff you get. Everything you need to use this mod comes in the kit. I really like that. Really like the guides and help and everything. A really handy first mechanical, or a really handy portable mechanical, because it's so thin. It's so thin with it being 14500 battery. Goes in that jacket pocket if you're wearing a suit or something like that. You know, no big bulge with this one, although it is long. You know, you've got to say it is long. If we compare it to an 18650 and a dripper, it's longer than an 18650 and a dripper. So it is quite long, but it is thin, so it totally depends on your portable requirements. This is it. So up close we showed you everything. Let's get into the highs and the lows. This is from Totally Wicked, and it is on their new website, the odysseyrange.co.uk. and don't forget, they have a full range of these Odyssey mods. So if 14500 mod isn't for you, they have a variable voltage version, an 18650 mech version, they have a pipe, they have the works, guys. So just go pop and check that out. Check out the website. Okay, so negatives. The negatives are a bit subjective. The throw on the button is surprisingly long, and yeah, it's got a strange sort of feel to it. It really does feel like quite a long throw. It's got these unusual sort of dimples on the side, which I'm sure are very important to the design and the way it works. I presume maybe something to do with this locking function. But they are quite unusual aesthetically, I've got to say. Those dimples on the side are. Very subjective will be this Odyssey trademark tapered in section. That is a classic sign of an Odyssey mod. But again, that may be a subjective con for some people. They may not like the aesthetics of that section. And the other negative that I'm going to throw at it is the performance of the clearomizer. Now, it does exactly what it should. It's a 1.8 ohm clearomizer, BDC coils inside. But I know there's a lot of people that have moved into the sub-ohm tank game, rebuildable game, and you're just not going to get that like crazy performance from this clearomizer. You're going to get a very solid, steady performance, and you're going to get a massive juice capacity. But yeah, you're not going to get those big clearomizer clouds that you may have become used to. So that I've got to say that. That being said, don't for a second think that this mech is what's affecting the amount of clouds in this clearomizer. That is the Odyssey in action, but don't forget, this is just a 14500 mech at the end of the day. So you can get something like I showed you up close. You could put the Fogger Mini in here. You can put the Fogger Mini on top, and it looks like that. And you know, you've got a different setup altogether. And so you can get a few more clouds like that if you like, and you've got that rebuildable element. There's a plethora of 16.5mm tanks, you know, so you're not stuck with this tank, but this tank will stand you in good stead. So bear in mind. The positives. There's a lot of positives. I think it's value for money. You can just buy this mod on its own, standalone, for £35, I believe. but the kit comes with charger, batteries, 3 heads, clear Atomizer, all for £70, £80. So that is great value. That is a massive thumbs up. I like the overall look of the mod. I really like the look of the tank. I think it's a very good looking tank. That aesthetically, in my opinion, I quite like it. Unique style. It's a unique style, and I like this sort of brushed, semi-brushed stainless effect. I think it is a very pretty mod in the hand. The locking ring is a massive positive. It's so easy to use, so simple, so straightforward, locks perfectly, effortlessly every time. I really like the locking feature on this mod. The 510 has an ego option or a 510 option. I really like that, because an ego would go very well on this. If you've got an ego that you like using, an ego clear Atomizer, it'll work really well on here. It'd be a very classy way to rock an ego clear Atomizer. And so yeah, so the 510 overall, the fact that everything sits down flush on the 510 is a positive as well. And the overall package, the overall box presentation, guides, help, the kit in general, everything you need in that kit, and that's a big positive as well. So highs and lows, overall I do think it is good. Know what you're getting into with a 14500 mechanical mod. You cannot sub ohm on this. You've got to keep your ohms up because the amp limit is very low on these batteries. The MAR is very low as well, which means the battery life isn't great on these, but they give you 2 batteries, so just carry another battery safely with you, and you can just swap them out halfway through the day. That's what I did. I rocked a Nemi at work for a very long time, and that's what I did, and the Nemi's 14500 as well. So overall, very much like this mod, very much like this kit. It's very good, but know what you're getting into, know the pros and cons of this. Thank you very much for watching. See you again really soon.